Hello, I'm Father Robert Balacer, the Digital Jesuit, and welcome to an analog unboxing. This is the third uberGeek day of Christmas, and yeah, we got the swag. We'll be bringing you a little something specifically these. That's right, I'm bringing you some high-speed memory cards. Now, the cool thing about high-speed memory cards is that they enable you to do things with the technology that you already have. It's a great way to upgrade what you currently have. And if you've ever watched any of my shows, you know that I am a big fan of any technology that can make something I already own better. Now, this may not be the sexiest product that we ever take a look at. It may not be the most noteworthy product that we ever take a look at, but it is a product that I depend on because I do a lot of video transfer. I mean, I've got a lot of data anytime I do one of these events. Well, I haven't done any in about a year, but when I go back to CES, when I go back to NAB, when I go to DEF CON, when I go to Black Hat, I'm always taping. I'm always recording. And most of the time I'm recording with 2, 3, sometimes 4 cameras. Well, when you're recording 2, 3, 4 cameras at minimum 1080p, most of the time at 4K, that's a lot of data. A singles day take can get upwards of a terabyte. Well, if you are using slow cards, that's not going to be comfortable. The end of day is just going to take forever. It used to be that if you were 1080p or 720p, those cards would work fine. I mean, I have these from over 10 years ago. I've had these Transcend 32 gigabyte cards, and when I got them, they were good. I mean, they were inexpensive. They worked. I had them in a Panasonic AG-HMC 150 camera, and they've served me well. They will even kind of work in the cameras I have today, the new upgraded 4K cameras with fancy features like raw shooting, but they won't last very long. 32 gigabytes is gone in a couple of minutes. And more than that, at the end of the day, when I'm downloading the info off of this, it would take me up to 15 minutes per card. Well, 15 minutes per card multiplied by 4 cameras, it takes me an hour before I can even get my hands on the footage. That's just no go. What I needed something a bit faster. I needed something a bit more useful. I needed something that could transfer my files off of where they were onto where I needed them to be. And that's why I took a look at Kingston's line of high-speed cards. Now, this is their Canvas Go. The Canvas Go is sort of the entry level for their high-speed cards. I'm going to be giving away 2 128 gigabyte versions today. One of them is SD and one of them is micro SD. You get both, so you're going to be getting 256 gigabytes of storage goodness. But what you get in this is, nothing super fancy. You just get speed. It's a Class 10 UHS-I U3 V30 standard card. It comes in 64 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes, 256 gigabytes, 512 gigabytes, and either SD or micro SD. The micro SD looks exactly the same. It's just smaller. Go figure with a name like micro. The price is actually super competitive. These are actually cheaper than the 32 gigabyte cards that I bought way back in the day. You can get a 64 gigabyte card for about $15, 128 for $26, 256 gigabytes for $46, and 512 will run you a cool $129, $130. But what you get for that is you get 64 gigabytes read, and you get on the 64 gigabyte card, you get 170 megabytes per second read, and you get a 70 megabytes per second write. Now that 70 is important because the read is great. I love being able to get my files 8 times faster at the end of the day. But the write means that I can do things like burst mode on my camera without it filling up. It means that I can use it in my 4K camera at the highest frame rate. I can go all the way up to 420 frames a second, and this will still be able to handle it. It's amazing. It actually gets faster the larger you get. If you go up to the 128 gigabyte version and above, suddenly it will do 170 megabytes per second read and 90 megabytes per second write. Now, there's going to be people who are going to say, well, why should I care? Why should I get a high-speed card? Well, again, because if you don't have a high-speed card, and let's say you're shooting on a DSLR, let's say you do burst mode. So you hold down the shutter button and it clicks off a bunch of frames and then it stops. The reason why it stops is because you filled up the high-speed memory buffer in the camera. It's full and it's currently writing to the card. And until it's written enough to the card and emptied out the buffer, you just can't shoot anymore. I've run into that a couple of times, especially when using some of the lower speed cards. When you go with a high-speed card, and even a 90 megabyte per second is plenty fine for a DSLR, you can just hold it until the card is full. That is a fantastic feeling. When you can just keep bursting until you get what you need and then swap out cards, that's wonderful. The other reason is this. So I use a lot of these cameras. They're a little higher end, more prosumer, actually more on the professional side than the consumer side. But the nice thing is I've got two slots. So I could put two 128 gigabyte cards in here or two 512 gigabyte cards. And suddenly I have access to all of the super advanced features of my camera. Now, that includes slow-mo, it includes the super high definition frame rates, and it includes the uncompressed formats. So this really is a way to make sure that I can actually use the gear that I've already bought at its fullest capacities. You know, I love that. It makes me so excited. Now, there are faster cards, but of course they're going to cost more. So this is a very nice entry price point. If you're just looking to dabble in high-speed cards, let's say you're not sure if you're sold on whether or not this is worth the expense, get a 64 gigabyte version. It'll cost you $15. Pop it into your DSLR and see if it doesn't change the way that you work. When suddenly you can get your files faster, when suddenly you can put your files on to the card faster, it really kind of opens up your production opportunities. Now, that's it. I mean, unboxing for a card that wasn't going to take very long, which means we get to go to the reason why you're here, and that's the giveaway. Now, again, and no judgment here, there's been a lot of questions about how we've been running this contest. There were actually a couple of people who were concerned that there were double entries in the fields. And yes, that is true, because the way that it's working right now, since my bot is, well, semi-broken. Well, no, let me rephrase that. Since I wrote the bot so poorly, what's happening is it has to isolate the proper entries, and then I have to manually add. Well, the old brain sometimes not working too good. But every day before we actually ran the random number generator, I did this. I just didn't show it on screen. So I'm highlighting the entire day's entries. I go up to data and I go to remove duplicates. So I had 3 duplicate rows. So now there are no duplicates. Remember, you get 1 entry a day, and then also you get all of the entries that you had on the previous days. So let's see what our random number generator is going to have to use for range. So we're going from entry number 34 all the way to entry 412. Now, we're going to do it just like we did yesterday. I'm going to go into the random number generator, and I'm going to go 34 to 412, if I can get over there. 412. There we go. And to make this completely fair, to make this completely transparent, to make sure that I didn't seed the random number generator, I'm going to let someone in the chat room tell me how many times we're going to run it. So you're going to give me a number between 1 and 10. And that number is the number of times I'm going to go ahead and hit generate the random number. The last number is the winner. So someone, in fact, no, I'm going to pick someone just because. Andre, I want you to pick a number between 1 and 10. Let's go ahead and do that. No, it's got to be Andre. I see you, Doug. I see you, Emil. I see you, Flynn. I see you, Donald. But we said Andre this time. In fact, Andre can pick any number he wants as long as it doesn't take me too long to click it. Andre, hit us up. Okay, Patrick, E is not a number. Okay, Andre picks 10. All right, that's, hey, fair. I said 1 and 10. He chose 10. Some people are just like that. We love it. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Do you know your numbers? This is like being at a CES or an NAB, and everyone's got the little raffle ticket. Do you know the numbers so that you can call it out when you win? Because remember, it's cumulative. If you didn't win in the previous days, all of your entries are still in the competition, which means you now have 3 chances to win. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Suspense is always a very important element to have in your broadcast. Just kidding. Here we go. And 10. 154. All right, so let's go ahead and go back. Where are we? 154 would be... Oh, the scrolling is intense. Flennard 1 is at row 154. So just like we did in previous days, we are going to DM him. He has 60 seconds after I hit that send to reply. If he does not reply within that 60 seconds, we draw again. Someone else gets to go for it. And this is the official timer. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in frame like so. And let's go ahead and click on Flennard. And someone did mention that when I go into the DM screen, it shows all my previous DMs. I'm not so concerned about that, but some other people were. So I'm going to not do that. All right, Flennard. We're DM. Okay. Oops. All right, here we go. Hey, bro. Do you even receive cool swag? Okay. So here's how it's going to work. The second I hit enter is the second that I'm going to start this timer. And go. Oh, the excitement. Excitement. Will he show up? Will he do his thing? He's got his message. Hey, bro, do you even receive cool swag? We're going to find out whether or not he makes it. We're at the 20-second mark. I'm not even sure if Flennard's in the broadcast. Oh, we're at the 30-second mark. See, here's the big thing. Do you root for him, or do you not root for him? Or do you root for him but silently hope that he doesn't get there? We're still waiting. We have no response yet. 50 seconds. 54 seconds. 5 seconds. This might be our first no-show. And that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our very first no-show. I'm sorry, Flennard. Hold on. I'm going to have to write him a message. And what that means is we pick again. We're going to go ahead and reset the clock. And let's do the same thing. I'm going to need a random number to run our random number generator. Again, we're going between 34 and 412. The first one I see is from Rambling Geek. He chooses 5. So let's run this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 282. All right, so if we go to 282... This is getting kind of unwieldy. 282, that gives us... Oh, look at that. Okay. Sodarologist. So Sodarologist at 282 is going to be our second choice for the day. Let's go ahead and send a message. Hey, you win if you respond within 60 seconds. So here we go. Let's go ahead and go back to here and enter. Okay, 60 seconds on the clock. I'm totally going to get this taken down, isn't it? That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we're watching. We're 14 seconds in. And actually, this is quite normal. As the pool of contestants goes up, there's always those who miss, or they forget, or they're too busy. So as we get into the bigger prizes, oh, I should have mentioned that, by the way. The prizes get larger as we go deeper into the competition. So yeah, you're really going to want to pay attention, especially in the last day when we're giving away a 2500 SSD. We're at 45 seconds. We still have no response. 50 seconds, no response. We're at 55. 4, 3, 2. Oh, I'm so sorry, sodarologist. Oh, let me write the message. Okay, well, that's what happened. I mean, folks, there's a reason why I said you should be watching live. If you're not watching live, it doesn't work because you don't get the heads up. These people are probably going to see that message in a couple of minutes and they're going to kick themselves. That's strike 2. Let's go ahead and go to strike 3. And by the way, if nobody gets this by the time we get to 5 entries, it means that I just give everything to Patrick Delahanty. I think that wasn't that the rule? No. Oh, sorry, we didn't make that a rule. That's not my bad. Okay, so first random number is from Donald Hoskins. Hoskins F is not a number. Okay, all right. Actually, who's been here? David Wiggins. Give me a random number. Number between 1 and 10. You get to choose. What's it gonna be? I feel that. Hey, look, I feel for them. I really do. I'm sorry, but them's the rules. We all knew this going in. David, give me a number. Oh, I'm sorry. 20-second delay. Yeah, you guys you're all saying too bad. None of you are thinking too bad. All of you want another go. I know this. This is how it works. David, give me a number between 1 and 10. Oh, the song's still going. I should probably put, you know what? I'm not going to run the song anymore because I am definitely going to get it taken down. David picks 6. So 6 is our number. Let's go ahead and run back to our random number generator. Here we go. And so we are picking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who's got a number they want? Who's got a number they want? 6. Number 30. Wow, that's the second one in the competition. And that would go to 36 is Tex-Mex Man or TC Mex Man. All right. Same thing. I actually don't think I saw him in YouTube. So let's see. This is actually kind of fun. I really enjoy this. Hey. Free swag. If you respond in 60 seconds. All right, here we go. Same thing. Timer's ready. And go. And no, we're not running the Jeopardy song because people are right. I am getting really close to having the stream taken down, and that would be annoying. All right. So, no response yet. 12 seconds. I mean, folks, this is good, right? I mean, this really does give people who are watching live the advantage, and which is what we want. I mean, if you're actually showing up, that's a good thing. That's a great thing. And I enjoy that because more than anything else, I would like you guys to be able to chat with each other. It's been a really terrible year, and I think actually conversing with people makes it better. Almost at 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Now, I'm going to have to discuss something with you a little bit later on, which is if someone doesn't win because they didn't respond, do I take their name out? Do I take that day's entry out? Or do I let it keep running? I think them not winning is punishment enough, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, I am so sorry. 60 seconds elapsed. Okay, so we're going to go on. And, the most number of redraws I ever did as CES was probably about 15. Hopefully we won't hit that. Who gets the number this time? Donald. No, actually, no, Donald, you already did it. Jesuiti. He's actually one of my Jesuit brothers. You get to pick a random number. So if you could, please give me a number between 1 and 10. Yeah, I see that. Leave it. If it would suck, even if I got back to my Twitter account and I saw that I won something and I didn't respond, I would kick myself. So they'll stay in. They'll stay in. So Jesuiti, 1 and 10, please. Yeah, the DMs are going to... that would just... 4. Okay, he's choosing 4. Do you have your numbers? Do you know? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 277. Who is at position 277? That would be... Oops. That would be... oh, hey, Swaz. Hello there, Swaz. Here we go. Same drill. You're going to get a DM. You get 60 seconds. If you're not there, I'm sorry. We have to move on. Wait, am I getting the right number? Let's make sure. I don't want to screw this up. Yeah, 277. Okay, 277. Congrats. You win if you can respond in 60 seconds. All right, let's run it. And again, everyone has to do the whole, congratulations, even though you're saying, no, you better not take my cards, USOB. Oh no, Swaz is in the chat room. Swaz? Is Swaz in the chat room? If he's in it... Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, Swaz has taken the swag. Oh, man. Swag for Swaz. Oh, and by the way, Swaz, that was the fastest response we've had so far. That was less than 20 seconds. Congratulations. You're going to win two 128 gigabyte Kingston Canvas Go Plus cards. That's right. You get the SD and the micro SD. Again, everyone, please be happy for him because this is only day 3. That means we've got 7 more days of uberGeek Christmas. Everything from 3 more SSDs to more USB drives to USB-C accessories. Oh, and by the way, tomorrow we are going to be unboxing and giving away one of my absolute favorite devices. This is the Data Traveler 2000. If you watch me on Know How, if you watch me on Before You Buy, if you watch me on Twilight, you know how much I love these things because it's an encrypted drive that actually has a keypad. So you have to enter in the PIN before the data is even accessible. You can't even see it before you do that. It is an amazing device. It is the one that I trust whenever I travel. And I think this particular one is like $200. So you're going to want to tune in tomorrow. Now, in about an hour on my Twitter account, you're going to get the official day 4 entry. It's going to have a picture of this drive. You have to respond to that. Let's run this over because, again, some people are having difficulty. You're not going to retweet it. You're going to respond. You're going to reply to that tweet with the hashtag Kingston is with you. Now, if you do that, the bot will automatically pull you out and I will manually add you to the entry list. Now, tomorrow at 9 o'clock my time, that would be 12 noon Pacific time, we're going to do this all over again. Same rules, just with more entries. Until then, I am Father Robert Balacer, the Digital Jesuit, and Merry Christmas.